Square Roots in Brooklyn, founded by Tobias Peggs and Elon Musk's younger brother, Kimball. After making money with internet companies, they now invest in a platform where a new generation of urban farmers is learning how to grow produce locally in their own shipping container.
So this is the Square Roots farm, right? I call this extreme urban farming, right? Over here we have a housing project. This is where Jay-Z, the rapper, actually grew up and, spent his formative years. This is kind of as urban farming is ever going to get. Inside each of these shipping containers is the equivalent of a 2-acre outdoor field, right? So if you imagine a 2-dimensional field, a farm, and then you turn that on its end and you hang that field off the ceiling and rack it 256 times, right? That's what's going on inside these farms. So now you're farming in 3 dimensions instead of 2 dimensions. So you can get a lot more food out of a way smaller space.
All the crops that we have all taste phenomenal, and I believe it has to do with the way we grow, because we have that full control over the systems. So I can make it as cold as I want or as hot as it wants, and that makes the effect of making it sweeter, bitter, whatever the customer could potentially want is how we can make it.
I started my career 20 years ago in the internet, and that was a big opportunity. But now I see this opportunity in local, real food, and it is 10 times bigger than the internet was, right? This is a huge entrepreneurial opportunity to try and figure out how to grow a lot of food in the city and get it to the people that are in the same neighborhoods as the farms that you're building. So we really set up Square Roots as a platform to empower a whole new generation of entrepreneurs who understand urban farming, understand community, understand local food systems, and we can work together with them to tackle this internet-sized opportunity.
The way that I see it is really like activism through entrepreneurship, because we're actually doing things that we want to do and we love to do, and we're making money doing it.
So many people, especially in the US, are really at the mercy of what we call the industrial food system. This is a system that ships in high-calorie, low-nutrient food from thousands of miles away, and it leaves people completely disconnected from their food, the people who grow their food, and the results in this country are awful. Obesity, diabetes, not to mention the impact to the planet. The consumer is seeing how awful the industrial food system is, and they now want local, real food. Organic food in this country has gone from nothing to be a $40 billion industry in the last decade. Local food within that is the fastest growing sector, right? There's no doubt about it. People want local, real food. So if you said to me, the best tasting basil I ever had was when I was on vacation in the south of Italy in June of 2006, right? I could literally go back through historical environmental records and find light, temperature, humidity, CO2 level from the south of Italy in June of 2006 and go recreate that environment in my box in Brooklyn in February and grow that same tasting basil for you, right? This is very powerful, because if you have these modular farms all over the country, now instead of shipping food like the industrial system does, you ship data, right? Ship the environmental data and grow all of the food locally. It's a very powerful concept. And we can see a pathway where, like the internet, went from very difficult to completely doable in 10 years. The same thing is now happening with urban farming. It's pretty difficult today, there's no doubt about it, but the winds are with us, and this is inevitable, right? We will grow a ton of food in the middle of the city with very favorable economics.